Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. We have another one, an Atlas Stationer's mystery box. It has not been that long since the last mystery box that I bought, where I said I'd probably hesitate before I bought another one, and I did hesitate for this one. I talked myself out of it a few times, but I was so interested. I'm placing a bet that I'm going to get items that I've never tried before. And the reason I'm placing this bet and have a little bit of confidence in that is because Luxury Brands of America, they posted something on their Instagram about putting a Laban pen in the next Atlas mystery box, and I don't have a Laban pen, so I figured might as well try this one. I also get really tempted when a mystery box says that it has a gold nib pen in there, because then I start thinking like, oh, I know I like gold nibs, so I'll probably enjoy this box no matter what. And I don't know, I just really wanted to see if I was right. And I know I could have waited and watched other people's, but here we are, you guys. Like, it was June 17th, 2026, and I was reading the description that Atlas had posted on their website for the June 2026 surprise box. They released it on Tuesday the 23rd of June. So this was my prediction based on the MSRP they had listed, the retail price they had listed, and also they had listed one crucial detail, which by the time the 23rd rolled around, they took this detail off the listing. So the crucial detail to me was that in the 260 box, you'd get one gold nib, but with the converter separate. And I was thinking the only brand that really separates converters when you're buying from a retailer is Lamy. So I think it's a Lamy gold nib. Anyways, you're supposed to get one steel nib, one ink, and the MSRP would add up to $435, and the retail would add up to $353. So I did some snooping around the website, and the pen that hit the best range was a Lamy Scala, but also maybe a Lamy 2000 after talking with somebody in the Simone Discord about my predictions. And then I thought it would be a Laban 325, but I think it actually is a Laban Rosa based on the price matching up and adding up and stuff. And I didn't really care about the ink. I was like, it's probably a $10 ink bottle or something like that. Maybe a Monteverde ink. Anyways, let's open it up and see if I was right. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. Before we get into it, I like to approach mystery boxes with the mentality that I will get my money's worth, which it already is guaranteed that I will. The only other thing they have to tick off on my checklist is if I get to try new items, and I'm pretty confident about this one, unless they completely just threw me off. And then one person in the Atlas Discord, I actually loved her mentality. Her username is Safista on Instagram. You should totally check her out, but shout out to her. She said something like, I go into these mystery boxes thinking it could be Visconti, it could be Crayola. And I just love that. I think that's the greatest, most fun approach to these boxes. So hopefully this is good. We might have to pull out my address receipt in here. Yeah, here it is. Oh my god. So this is the Atlas Stationer's surprise box from June 2026. All right, here we go. Wow, that is beautiful calligraphy. Thank you. Thank you, Atlas. Beautiful heart card. I love that. Oh, there's a sailor converter. Dude. Is the gold nib another sailor? Shoot. No, we're gonna be okay. We're fine. Wow, I really did not expect that. But wait a minute. It's a mini converter. I just bought one of these. Hold on. I really wanted a Lamy, but it's okay, because I didn't actually want a Lamy. I just wanted a new experience, but we're not mad. I love sailors. I just have like, I think I have 20 sailors now. But it's okay, you guys, it's okay. Oh, it's a Wearingeul ink. Okay, that's good. I thought it was gonna be like a Monteverde, which nothing against the brand, but their inks are kind of simple. And I really like Wearingeul inks. So, wow, that's a generous ink gift. So this is Hans Christian Andersen, The Little Mermaid. It looks really pretty. Is it a shimmer? Probably. Which one? Which one? I think this is a Sailor. Let's do this one first. Oh, Le Bon Desert Mirage. Wait, this is so cool. Okay. All right, I'm really excited. I think I'm more excited for this because I don't have any Le Bon pens. Here we go. Come on. Whoa, that is pretty. So we have this nice gold raised lettering. It says Le Bon in cursive, refill your soul by writing. Whoa, that's trippy. Are these the nibs or are these the nibs? I think they did a two-way thing. Like, here we go. That's one nib, but this big thing is also a nib. And then on the back, it says www.lebon.com. I'm a sucker for packaging, and I love seeing something different and new, so this is why. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Wait, this feels like a birthday. Happy birthday to me. Let me turn on some lighting. We have natural lighting right now, but I don't know if it's enough. I don't want shadows. Oh, and it's a medium, yay. Okay, we're good. Oh, it's a little heavy. This is a sticker of the ink from Le Bon, the Demeter ink. That's really cute. Is that the ink that would go with this pen? Oh, wow, okay. I know I tried a Le Bon pen at Pen Club once, and I just felt like it was okay. I wasn't like, let me run out and buy this, but I'm glad to get this in a mystery box because it's something that I probably would not have picked out for myself, but I'm very happy to try. And that's kind of like my mentality when I go into mystery boxes. Le Bon, very cool paper cut cardstock bookmark. And Le Bon, refill your soul by writing. International guarantee. Le Bon is, I want to say they're a Taiwanese brand. So their warranty is actually up to 3 years, which is kind of unheard of. Yeah, it's pretty normal stuff. Let me just look them up really quick. I think they're pretty new to the fountain pen market. And by new, I mean like within the last 5 years. But Le Bon pens. So they're made in Taiwan. When was Le Bon pens? Oh, I lied. They are not new. I'm so sorry, you guys. Apparently, they were founded in 1981 in Taiwan. So, alrighty. That's cool. I just want to know if it writes well. So we do have a medium nib, which is my preferred nib of choice. Oh, there we go. It says made in Taiwan. Did it come with a converter? Probably inside the pen. I'm all over the place today. So here we go. Oh, wow. That looks really cool. It's resin, but it makes it look like wood. And then we've got gold trim. There is the end finial on the cap. It looks like it's supposed to be the logo, but I'm not seeing it properly. Okay, there's the L. So they have this like branch, almost like the olive branch kind of thing, and then a cursive L. And it is textured, so that's really cool. And then let me double check what this one was called. Le Bon Desert Mirage, acrylic resin fountain pen with a medium nib. Great. So the cap looks really cool. We have this kind of orangey red brown resin with some splotches of black in there and some swirls of, it's actually kind of brown. Sorry. I like this part. I know resin mixes are pretty random, but I really like how this circle just kind of showed up there. This is actually really cool. I don't think I would have picked this color for myself, but I'm not mad about it. This is their, there's a deer. It just ran across our yard. Shoot, I should have turned the camera. I'm sorry. Wow, okay. I have the blinds open for the first time ever, so I just saw a deer running across the yard. You guys are not just here for the mystery box, right? You're here because you like my little weird stories, right? Le Bon in cursive. I really like that they chose cursive. And this very, very shiny ring right there. And then there's 2 more rings here, but there's only one on this end. Whoops. For some reason, I thought I could unscrew that. So anyways, here we go. Ooh, here's something nice that I appreciate that they do that kind of annoys me about Sailor pens. I like when the clip lines up with the company name. So when you go straight down from the clip, you can actually see that it says Le Bon. Look how clear that is and shiny. You can see my camera, the reflection. Oh, this is really cool. So it is a screw. Let's see how many turns it takes. I don't usually care too much about the turns, but lately I've been getting pens that only have like half turns and it's kind of nice. So that was 1 3/4, I believe. Let's try that again because I was talking. 1 3/4. And then it shows you the underside of the nib. Ooh, 3952 Le Bon, Germany, with a medium stamp. I'm gonna guess that this is a Yovo nib because most are. Has this engraving, 3952 Le Bon, Germany. Very pretty. This resin here almost reminds me, it's paler, but it reminds me of the Coffee Monsters Co. Esty, because remember, hers had like some grip sections that were almost red, so that's really interesting. I wouldn't say this is coffee brown. I would say this is more like blood orange or sunset brown, if that makes sense. This looks really pretty though. So we're gonna unscrew this part here. Whoa, I have been sleeping on this brand. This is the most beautiful converter I have ever seen. Hold the phone. Everybody, what is inside the barrel? Give me a second. So this is the grip section. This is the converter, and it is so pretty. They have Le Bon written in cursive again in white. And then the stopper, the rubber thing, is actually white too. And you can see the little twisty screws of the piston converter. But look how cool this is. Oh, I thought it would be textured, but it's actually not. You can't feel that. It's all smooth here, so it's just clear, but it looks really, really cool. Most companies color this part in, so I like that they left it see-through. That's really cool. Is this a pull or a twist? It's a pull. I think Monteverde is the only one who really does a twist, and Leonardo. I like this a lot. I feel like if you ink this up with like a red ink, you can really see that Le Bon word, the label, so that's cool. I think it's a twisting nib. Should I try it? No, we're not gonna try it. Note to self, don't try things until you read up on it. It looks like it either pulls or twists, but isn't that every single pen? I heard a little like crack, not like crack, but like a intro to like something not doing well, so I'm not gonna touch that. So there's metal inside the body, and it actually extends until here-ish, right about 1 inch almost, maybe 3/4 of an inch. So the metal section. So the threads are actually metal on metal instead of metal on plastic, which a lot of companies do. So that's kind of nice. And you can't twist this, but this is really cool. I hope I didn't mess up the nib at all. I'll have to read up on what kind of section nib that is. Very comfortable. There is more weight to it, but it doesn't feel, actually it's a little heavy. Posted, it feels long and awkward for me. I'm not fully sure if it's intended for posting. It is definitely heavier, but not in a way that I like, I don't think. When I grip like this, it doesn't feel right at all, but holding it sideways kind of feels better because it kind of lets the weight pull me this way, but it feels like I would have to write my letters sideways, so we'll have to test that. But this looks very beautiful. I'm not mad about this at all. I wish it was a little darker, more of a brown instead of a red, but so far it's looking pretty good, you guys. I like their box too. We'll throw everything in here, put it to the side, and then I'll come back to dip test it and whatnot. Okay, the Little Mermaid. Oh my god, look how much shimmer is in that. That is so pretty. It definitely reminds me of Ariel. Let's get to this, which I'm assuming is a Sailor fountain pen because we have a little converter. So, all right, Rencontre fountain pen. Glycine Violet 14K, medium fine. I was hoping for that seasonal one with the little characters printed on it, but it's fine. Whoa, actually this is nice. It's so tiny. Oh my god, I have one Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini, and it's the pink one, the pastel pink one, and it has a nib that doesn't write well on it. So I'm hoping this one is good, but no, this is really pretty. I'm actually glad it's a Pro Gear Slim Mini because I have way too many Pro Gear Slims. So I'm not mad on this one. I like it. Look at that. I love Sailors. This is the first time I've gotten one of the cardboard boxes from a retailer though, I think. but that is okay. This is looking good, you guys. I was sure that it wouldn't be a Sailor because I don't think these are retailed at that price. Double check. Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini Rencontre. Okay, so I don't see it on the Atlas site, but on another website, it is actually $200. So you're already getting your full money's worth. Wait, no, let me type in Violet. I think I'll have to dig a little. Okay, yeah, it's $220. I think it is like a model that's sold out now. Wait, so I paid $260. This is $220. This converter's probably like $12, I think. This is like $25. So we're already at the $260 that I paid, not including the Le Bon. We'll have to add that up after I get through some stuff first. Hold on. Let's take a look at this tiny little fountain pen. It's actually really cute. Oh, it's never been opened. Okay, I'm actually excited. Because last time I got a Sailor Pro Gear Slim, and I'm always happy to have another one of those in my collection, but I have so many of those. Wow, I only have one of these though. This is really pretty. I've been eyeing that Mont Blanc ink, the Pierre Auguste Renoir ink, because this color I think matches it. So it's almost like that periwinkle weirdness between blue and purple. That's really pretty. There's my anchor. There's my Sailor clip. And like I was saying, they don't line it up. It comes down here and it just says founded 1911 Sailor Japan. Founded. Yeah. And then what's nice about this body is it's not one solid color. There's actually a little gentle swirl. Do you see that? There's like white cloudiness. I like that. It kind of reminds me of water, but on a nice spring day, even though water doesn't really look like that. It's a nice simple blue, but not dull, if that makes sense. So we've got a ring up here. We've got our clip. I forgot to test that Le Bon clip. And then we've got our Sailor ring and this ring and one ring down here. Now, if we open it up, ooh, oh my God, it's so tiny. Hold on. So 1, I think it's over 3/4. It's like 1 7/8 or something. Wow. There's my favorite feed in the world. Actually, I don't like their feeds. The Sailor pen is like my favorite pen, like every Sailor, but their feeds are so thirsty. They suck up almost an entire converter's worth. It looks a little crooked to the one side, but that's okay. Medium fine, 14 karat. Let me show you. Look at that beautiful, beautiful nib with the swirls going up on both sides and the beautiful anchor in the center. It says 14K, 585 for the content, and I don't remember what's underneath that, but there is an MF on the left hand side to show you that it is a medium fine nib. I think all Sailor Pro Gear Slim minis have, I wish I could see that. They all have MF nibs. There's an anchor and then like 750 to the right and SM on the left. I'm not sure. I never got myself a mini converter for the other Sailor mini that I have, so I'm excited to finally have a converter. Oh, it's so pretty. Wow. I'm happy. This is the 3rd mystery box that I've gotten within the last maybe 8 months where I've gotten a Sailor fountain pen. But that's okay because I've never really gotten very familiar with the Pro Gear Slim Mini. So that's what I'm excited about. This is a different one. It's so pretty. So it's super tiny if you don't have it posted. It's almost like smaller than a Kaweco Sport, I think. But if you post it, you get something closer to a full-size pen, maybe close to a Pilot E95S. But yeah, it's definitely more comfortable than a Kaweco Sport. So it's looking good, you guys. I'm happy with this. If it was another Sailor Pro Gear Slim and Fine or Extra Fine, I might have been a little sad just because I have a ton of those now. But I'm actually really happy with this. And this Le Bon. We're gonna do some ink swatches. We're going to test the nibs as well. And yeah, maybe I'll bring out some other pens to compare it with this one. Because I don't think I've ever talked about the Pro Gear Slim Mini on my page. No, I think I unboxed that one quietly, like without showing you guys. But all right, I'm excited. I'm gonna go dig through my stash for some matching inks. It must be a lucky day for me because I picked out ink so fast. I opened up the drawer and pulled out this ink immediately, and I think it's gonna be the perfect match. But then I thought some more, and I think this Ferris Wheel Press Harley Quinn Dreams. I actually got this in another Atlas mystery box, but it was their ink subscription one, I think, and that video will come out eventually. We're all out of order here. But I also have this sample of Birmingham Pen Company Sterling Silver, so I think that'll be a pretty good match for this pen. And then for the other pen, the Le Bon, I actually want to do the Atlas Stationers exclusive Vampire Pigeon, and they have a very beautiful like shimmer to this ink, but I might do it without the shimmer. I do think this should be able to handle shimmer, but I don't want to just clog up a new pen already just from the start and have to deal with that, you know what I mean? I think I should use my water to clean my pens first before I get ink in them. So let's do the Sailor first. I can't decide which pen I'm more excited about. I think I'm actually more excited about the Sailor, even though I have so many Sailors. It's just like the color looks really pretty, and I'm excited to give the Pro Gear Slim Mini another go. Oh, it's so tiny. I think it still holds the same amount as a regular Sailor converter though, right? Do I have one? I have so many Sailors, but I don't have anything on my desk. It's because they're all in my pen case being used, you guys. We gotta use our pens. So here it is next to a full-sized one. It is smaller. The capacity is smaller. The converter is shorter. But overall, everything else is kind of the same. You can, like, disassemble these. I don't know if you guys knew that, but it's not broken if you accidentally untwist it. It does say Sailor on their converter. So they use a proprietary converter for their brand. I guess the minis just don't come with one because they were very generous to include. Oh my god! So it was a clue that they took down. They don't come with a converter. Wow, they got me. But it's also my fault for like snooping on the listing for that long because they must have changed it and said like, oh, we'll go ahead and give them a converter. Here I was thinking I was gonna get a Lamy nib, a 14 karat Lamy or a Lamy 2000. I was wrong. Wow, blown away. All right, stop yapping and get to it. So pretty. Been into these blues lately. Oh, these are the yogurts, La Fermier? I don't know, but they come in these really cool ceramic jars, and I was kind of surprised that nobody told me about them. I had to go find it out myself in the supermarket. Come on, you guys, you're slacking. But they make awesome water jars for ink swatching and pen cleaning and stuff. You do have to be careful, like with this one too, like don't jam your nib into the bottom. But I'm happy to like not be using plastic all the time as we use a paper towel. I do have a cloth, but it's kind of holding my other drying stuff right now. The Sailor nibs are always so beautiful, you guys. So this is clean. And now for the Le Bon. This is so pretty. I do wish it was a little bit less red. It looks pretty brown. I think in the camera it looks kind of red, but in real life it looks brown. So it's not bad, but I'm still gonna go for red ink just because I keep thinking it's red. And this converter is beautiful, and their hardware is so shiny. I'm so excited. I keep saying that. I'm so excited. I don't know what to expect anymore when I buy mystery boxes because I own a lot of pens now and a lot of inks. And sometimes the mystery boxes can be a little bit of a miss just because I have developed my preferences. But whenever somebody puts gold nib in the listing, I go bananas. And I'm like, I want it because I know I like my gold nib fountain pens. And I know you don't need to have a gold nib in your collection. I am just very sensitive, and I'm one of the people who feels slight differences between nibs, and so for me, usually a gold nib writes better than a steel one, but that's just because of my preference. I mean, I have a lot of wonderful steel nib fountain pens that I'm not gonna get rid of. So it's just, I think it's because I had like carpal tunnel for many years, and I still do get like flare-ups, and that's why I am picky about my nibs. But medium Yovo and a medium fine sailor, perfection. Okay, we're gonna put those to the side to dry, and then let me just swatch these. This is the Wearingeul that came with the box. From my understanding, so this isn't Atlas Stationer's surprise box. They have so many mystery boxes now that you kind of have to take note of which one's which. Surprise boxes, they try to do them every month, and they work with the brands to come up with enough product for these boxes. So I think they worked with Luxury Brands of America and Le Bon to come up with this box. I'm not sure what the story is behind Sailor for this one, but the idea is for the surprise boxes, everybody gets the same pen, but they might get it in a different color and a different nib size, and then they might get a different bottle of ink. So this kind of reduces that, I guess, like box envy, mystery box envy, which I kind of got last time during that whole Chicago Nexi box sale. From my understanding, in this box, everybody who bought the 250 tier would get the Le Bon pen and the Sailor fountain pen. I hope that's correct. I muted the spoiler channel because I didn't want to be spoiled at all. And I'm one of those people who likes a complete mystery. Like, you know how Diamine Inkvent, they released the names, or somebody released the names of it this year, of the inks, and I'm like, I don't even want to know the ink name, because then I can start guessing, you know? I can start guessing like what the color will be. So like I didn't want to see anything. I didn't want to know what brand it was. I didn't even want to know if it was a Le Bon, even though Luxury Brands of America told us it was going to be a Le Bon. I didn't want somebody to be like, oh, it's a Japanese fountain pen. Like then I would know it's one of the 3 big ones for the gold nibs. So yeah, I like complete mystery, and some people don't like mystery at all, and that is okay if you are one of those people. Sometimes Visconti, sometimes Crayola. You gotta go into these with that mindset. And shout out to Sophista, that's her username on Instagram. She's awesome. I asked her some questions about something she got recently, and she was so sweet answering me about my crazy obsession and my pen questions. So that was really nice. But yeah, she cracked me up when she said that in the Discord. The Atlas Stationers Discord. You should go and join that because it's a lot of fun in there. Alrighty, Wearingeul, the Little Mermaid. That is so pretty. It's a soft blue. I want to say there's some green to it. We're in like the mint green territory, but if you were to also add some blue. I'm not good at color definitions or theories, so we'll just let that dry and see what kind of shimmer comes out of there. But that is so pretty. I don't know which pen I would have liked to ink that one up in, but that would look cool in a TWSBI. Maybe a Benu. I actually really like this. I love Wearingeul inks. Wearingeul is one of those brands where I used to give myself a rule where I would only get 2 bottles from each brand, and I stuck to that until Wearingeul came out, and now I have 6 or 7, maybe 8 bottles. Whoops. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Harlequin Dreams. I forgot to do new pen day and new ink day stickers. Oh, sweet. We have one left. These are from my sticker shop. You can go and find that in the links below. Oh, I'm also an Atlas affiliate now, so you can shop my storefront for some of my favorite items. And they won't be doing a discount code this time around, but they will during like big sales. So think like Fountain Pen Day and stuff like that. Oh, this is not a shimmer ink. So if you didn't know, like in the last round of Atlas affiliate program-ness, whatever, they gave everyone a discount code so you could use that at checkout. Nowadays, they got rid of the discount codes, but during big sales, you can find a discount by going through our link to shop. All other days, if you want a discount, they have a loyalty program where you can rack up points and redeem coupons at checkout. And then if you're just wondering how to support the creators on a regular day, if you click on our link and end up completing your purchase through our affiliate link, we do end up getting commission for any purchases made through that link, even if it's not during like a sale or anything. So I hope that makes sense. I did make a short about it on Instagram and YouTube. I'm not sure if that got much traction, but I was trying to answer some of the questions because I know it's new and different. But I appreciate anybody who used my link because it helps me fund things for this channel, and I appreciate it so much, you guys. So thank you. This is the Harlequin Dream from Ferris Wheel Press. And it is a very nice, it's not like blue black, it's like blue purple, so a blurple, but it's muted. It's not like shiny or in your face. It's got a coolness to it, and I really like that. So we'll see which one matches the Pro Gear Slim Mini. So this is Ferris Wheel Press Harlequin Dream. That's feathering. This paper's not great. It is a Logical Prime A5 notebook. I am ready to be done with it. It doesn't take big swatches well. It handles fountain pen ink if you write normally, so there's that. Oh shoot, I didn't keep it consistent with the other swatch. Let's just do that to keep consistent. But this is a very nice ink. I was surprised because normally Ferris Wheel Press inks are quite dry. This one is pretty wet and it dries into such a nice, cool, pale blue. Nice blurple. This is one of those ones where you would be mad because you didn't know where to categorize it. Now this is a sample of Birmingham Pen Company Sterling Silver. I got this in an ink exchange with somebody on CMNA's Discord, and I'm so grateful because I've been using her samples up until this day, and I think we did this swap like maybe 2 years ago now? 1.5? Not sure. What is time? Oh wow, this one is so cool though because as the ink goes down, it starts out purple and then it changes while you're writing. You can kind of see it changing and then it dries into this blurple gray kind of ink. I hope my camera can handle this. Usually when it's the bright purple inks, it makes it dull out and turns it into a blue, but right now it's looking okay. Birmingham Pen Co. Sterling Silver. I recommend everybody run out and get this ink. I just split with somebody and I am so happy with it. The person I split with, the Birmingham Pen Company ink, is actually on YouTube too. You can go check them out on the channel Code Blue 13. Look how pretty that is. Do you see that? It looks more purple in the camera than it does in real life. It's definitely more gray leaning. Think like Pilot Custom 74 Lavender Fog, but because of my timing right now, I'm not gonna adjust the camera setting. There is a swatch sample probably in that top 5 inks of 2025 video that I did at the beginning of 2026. There's now cat fur inside of my water. All right, last ink, that Wearing Gold, the Little Mermaid. It's looking really, really good. But I definitely think it'll look good in a broad nib, maybe a double broad, and not a extra fine. All right, so Robert Oster, Atlas Stationer's Vampire Pigeon. And Hollywood, one of the brothers from Atlas, he made this drawing of this vampire pigeon, and it's been this joke that has been going on in their TikTok live polls, and they made it into an ink. So I'm not gonna get the glitter from the bottom. It doesn't seem, but that's okay because I didn't want to ink it with glitter anyways. All right, I had a Robert Oster ink that smelled kind of funny, so that's why I was just sniffing this one, but this one smells inky, so I hope it'll be okay. Over here sniffing ink. Oh, that is a bright red. That's okay. So Atlas pulls orders on TikTok, if you didn't know, and I really like joining those lives. They've changed it over the years, but as of late, if you place an order Wednesday night into Thursday morning, like Wednesday after 6 p.m. and Thursday before whatever time they do their live pool, which I think has been 9 a.m. Central Time, you leave an order note. So when you go to checkout, there's a section there that you can add your note in, and you can say, please pull on TikTok. They will go live on TikTok and pull your order. And it's a lot of fun because it's usually the two brothers talking and joking and stuff like that. And it's also just really cool to see your order like being processed, and you get to see all of the cool items that they have in store, and they'll talk about their lives and new releases and things like that. Wow, I'm so distracted. But I like doing the live order pulls, so you should go and do that. They do record it or like they save the recording and then post it on YouTube later. Robert Oster. So you can go and check some of those out if you are interested in seeing how that goes. Atlas, Stationers, Vampire. Yeah, so this has a blue shimmer on a red ink, so that's kind of cool. I don't use red inks that often anymore, but for the Laban, I'll make an exception. All right, this guy's kind of dry. We've got this Wearing Gold, a Little Mermaid. It's beautiful shading ink. Definitely, I would categorize this in the blue family. The label was more mermaid green, like the green blue, but I think it's more just blue. Ferris Wheel, Press, Harlequin Dream, nice blurple. Birmingham Pen Co. Sterling Silver. Most of it actually kind of looks like that. And then Robert Oster, Atlas Stationers, Vampire Pigeon. So here's what it's gonna look like next to Vampire Pigeon. I think that's a pretty good match. As for the Sailor Glycine Violet Rencontre fountain pen, do we want this one, Birmingham Pen Co., or this one? This one or this one? I think on camera, it matches this one better. In real life, not this part of the swatch, but this part of the swatch matches it. Oh wait, this is, which one do we want? I'm gonna go with this. I wanna use my Sterling Silver. I love this one too, and it probably looks more like a match in camera, but I swear in real life this is the better match. And this is my pen, you guys, so it doesn't matter to you. All right, both of these are wet inks. I think actually all three of these are pretty wet inks. So I was so excited that I forgot to do my #1 rule to myself, which is always dip it in a Pilot Evo Shizuku ink before I ink it up with whatever ink I choose, because I need to know that the nib is okay. So let's just do a quick dip. I'm using Pilot Evo Shizuku Take Sumi, and I'm like not dipping too much because I don't want to have to clean too much. But I did read up on the pens, and well, let me just do this first. Ooh, this is juicy. Down. Oh my god, finally. I've had so many pens lately where the upstrokes just aren't hitting it the right way. Like they're a little drier, and I'm so annoyed that this is just not how it's supposed to be. This is the right way, you guys. So this is great. I like this one. Wow, that is fantastic. Sometimes I'm like, why do I even bother using other ink? I just realized that the inside of this cap, I don't think you guys can tell, but do you see the little darkness down at the bottom? It looks sandy. It looks like there's grit at the bottom, and I don't know if that's part of the resin or dried ink or what. I guess I could find a Q-tip. I'll do it later. It's fine. Where's the other one? Okay. Note to you guys, never ever dip a pen without a converter in there, because one time I had ink fall through the grip and feed nib section and stain the bottom end of my very expensive pen. Oof, that is fine, but it's not bad. Okay, yeah, this upstroke kind of sucks. Oh, left. Okay, so this one doesn't write as smoothly, but it's also a medium fine, so... Oh, okay, that's not bad. So I guess with this Sailor, it's just not as good if you're writing like this up and down, but this way and that way, like in the swirl motion, it's fine. There's something a little off. And it's not just Sailor feedback, guys. I have like 20 Sailors, maybe more. There's just something not great about this nib. And I said this about my Progress Slim Mini too. It's not bad, like it writes, but it's just something about these nibs. I'm starting to think the minis just aren't very good, but that's okay. I think with a little bit of writing and coaxing, I'll get more adjusted to it, and then I can figure out what's the deal with it. Because it's like tight. It's not tight tines, is it? I'll have to look into it. Maybe there's a little bit of misalignment. Somebody just told me that their mini nib was having issues, and I was like, hey, so was mine. But maybe this is a thing with the minis. It should be the same nib as regular Pro Gear Slim. It's not bad enough to like ask Atlas about it, really. It's just there's something that's not smooth and glidey, you know? Because like it's writing, it's just not giving me my usual. And I have plenty of medium fine nibs, so it's not Sailor feedback. But that's okay. We'll figure some stuff out. I am going to show you guys though what it's like inking it up, and then I want to talk about it a little longer. I read up on these pens and I'm really excited about the stories behind them, or like where they get their inspiration and whatnot. So here's a handful of pens that I have inked up right now, and I just wanted to show you in relation to the length where we're at with these pens. So alrighty. I've been getting anxious because I like don't think people like long videos anymore, and I'm trying to like make them shorter. But let me know what you guys think. I guess like people who don't like them longer can always click away after some time. Like I guess if you don't want to see all the inking up and testing the nibs and stuff, and you just wanted to see the contents of the box, you probably are gone by now. So it's fine, it's whatever. The Le Bon is the longest pen, and here's our Pro Gear Slim Mini. It's the only other one I have. It's the pastel pink one, and it is actually a tiny bit longer than your Kaweco Sport, and this is the Pilot E95S, so it's a little shorter than that. Here's the Pro Gear Slim, and then this one is the Pro Gear. So that's kind of your size difference. It's Lamy 2000, Lamy Safari, Platinum, 3776 Century, Esterbrook SD, Pilot Custom 743, and your Le Bon. So that means we need to whip out some bigger pens like the Benu Tribute and the Navalorn Original Plus. All right, so your Le Bon's kind of big. There's actually quite the contrast between these two pens. Alrighty, that's all for this. Maybe I will do a quick focus on... I'm gonna do these four just to show you. Let's get rid of this. This guy. Nobody's gonna use them unposted, I don't think. So here's what they're gonna look like in length. These are kind of what people consider pocket pens. And then this one is your regular Pro Gear Slim. Not Pro Gear Regular, which is this, Pro Gear Slim. On top of that, we also have my Mahjong Wonkai Mini, and that puts us there. So I hope that gives you an idea. It's a pretty small pen, but because it's not as thick around this part, it's not as bad as the Kaweco for like discomfort. Like this kind of does too much for me. The Kawecos are good too. Alrighty, we are going to put some of these pens away and then ink them up. I want to tell you guys about the pens because I read some exciting stuff. Real quick, I'm gonna try this other Pro Gear Slim Mini. I always thought that somebody messed up my nib because I let them try it when I first unboxed this. But yeah, it's quite scratchy. I worked on this nib myself a little. I tried to widen the tines. That might have not been the right approach because there is something off with it. And that's too bad. I always hoped that one day I would get it adjusted at a pen show or something. Oh well. Moving on. Let's start with this little Pro Gear Slim Mini just because it's a little disappointing. A little less fun now that I know the nib has a little bit of scratch to it. So this is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini Rencontre. I hope I'm saying my French right. And the colorway is called, I said Glycine Violet, which I think is like a health thing. There was something on the internet saying like glycine is a amino acid in biology, and I was like, there's no way. Glycine, whatever. I was like, there's no way Sailor would name something after an amino acid. Like, that's kind of weird. They're usually very romantic and whimsical about their names and approaches, and they study things for a while before a color is allowed to be presented to the public in the next collection or whatever. And that's when I realized that it is actually actually going to be this. We'll just use this page. I was gonna not use this page because it's not as clean, but who cares? So, oh, that's not bad. I think it's my angle. Oh God, no, it's awful. I think Atlas's return policy on this box, this June surprise box, they're not returnable. Let's see. Sales are final and not eligible for returns, exchanges, or refunds, but they do come with the manufacturer warranty. And I've never done it through Atlas, but I did try to address the Sailor warranty through another retailer, and they pointed me in the direction of Itoya. Sailor is distributed by Itoya. And I remember, like, I ended up not doing it because they were like, you send it to California and then they ship it across the world to Japan, and anything that they find that is not their fault or at fault of the production of the pen, they're like, you'll have to pay on top of that. And I just didn't feel comfortable sending my pen across the world, paying for shipping. I think you pay shipping to California and then they ship it to Japan, but then you're supposed to cover any extra costs if something arises, and I was just too worried about anything extra coming out of that, so I figured it's better to just bring it to like a Nibmeister one day. So this is my Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini, and like I was saying, Rencontre, this is actually the first in the series. They came out with a series of pens, and Rencontre equals encounter in English, but they were saying something like, oh, it's the encounter of the swirls on this body. Let me read it to you because Sailor, look at that. This is the kind of swirl I like. I'm not a big fan of swirl resins, but something very subtle like this is right up my alley. So Rencontre is French for encounter. This series embodies the encounter between acrylic resin, which offers transparentness and durability, with the elegant texture of marble patterns, born of Sailor's original technique. Two materials blending into each other to create irregular patterns to take on a beautiful form. Of course, like Sailor will say this is an original technique, but like you're literally just mixing resin, right? But it's so beautiful. And the name of the pen model is GLYCIN Violet. And the way I was saying it is like glycine violet or glycine violet, which sounds like that amino acid or whatever. But it's actually supposed to be wisteria and I guess purple or violet. So it's the Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini Rencontre Glycine Violet. Glycine Violet. I think that's how that you would say it. I got used to seeing violet, like, so that's why I was like questioning whether or not this was French. Yeah, Glycine Violet. And if you look up wisteria, which I kind of didn't really know, I don't know my flowers that well, but it's that stuff that is the climbing vine that you see on walls and gardens, and it's really, really pretty. Look at it. That's gorgeous. It's not quite the shade of lilac that I would have gone with. This is more of that like artist pond blue purple. I don't know, but it's very romantic. Sailor and their Glycine Violet Rencontre. Okay, enough with that pen. Oh, by the way, it is pretty much a pen that's been discontinued, so it was hard to find the retail value or the MSRP, but I was seeing around $220, and then there was $160 plus $42, so you're definitely in that, like, we'll say $200 range. And then the Little Mermaid ink is actually still in stock at Atlas, and that was $25. So like I was saying, we're already at $225 right now, and I paid $260. So now we're gonna turn to the Le Bon. Where did I put it? Did I lose a pen? In my haste, I picked it up with all the other pens. So I got even more excited when I looked this one up, because this one, I don't know what 3952 means, but this number model is the Le Bon 326. And it is actually a resin. This is why I was like, this resin is beautiful. And I was just telling you guys, I'm not a big swirl person, but this one is really, really pretty, especially that thing right there. I don't know why I really like it. Like, I'm not a big fan of this. That's why I keep rotating it so fast out of the camera. But apparently, this is a resin that was created by Jonathan Brooks. And if you don't know him, I don't really know him, but he's a big name in the fountain pen community for handmade pens. And I'm always hearing about his resins and stuff, and I see it. It's beautiful. It's not just like a random mix, you know? Maybe it is, but there's some technique that he definitely has perfected. And I'm very excited to finally own a Jonathan Brooks resin. Like, how cool is that? And that was all just by pure luck on this mystery box. Like, how cool is that? I don't know what other people got for their Le Bon pen, but I hope they got a Jonathan Brooks resin too. Yeah, I'm not gonna post it. This is the, did I wipe it too much? I'm not gonna shake it up because I don't want shimmer. I'm gonna leave the jar of ink open, but we'll hope it'll be okay. All right, there we go. Le Bon 326 Desert Mirage. I remember when I was in 6th grade, my history teacher told me that I spelled it like this, and she was like, that's dessert. That's not the sandy desert. Lol. So there's actually more audible feedback, but this nib is more consistent on that upstroke right there, and it's more consistent in all directions, and I prefer that. So Le Bon 326, the second in the series for Le Bon, and it's a custom resin by Jonathan Brooks. There is a little bit, I think this way the tipping is a little scratchy. I think it extends a little more on one side than the other for the tines, and I like can see it without the loop in this direction. What is with these pens that I've been unboxing lately that have something with the tipping? All right, anyways, well, that's not Atlas's fault, and I think I've just been like, I don't know, like has my handwriting changed? Because this is not an issue just for these two pens or Atlas. Last couple pens that I unboxed also had issues. So maybe it's just me. Maybe I've changed my angle. Whatever. So this is a number 6 Yovo nib. I don't really like Yovo nibs, but this one writes pretty well. It's not like, it actually is pretty similar to my SD nib and not like the Twisbees. The Twisbees are very smooth and buttery. It's a little on the heavier side. I can definitely feel some hand fatigue, but it's not bad. It's definitely heavier than an SD. I should probably measure the weight of this one. You know what's weird is that I'm actually happier with this box than the last mystery box I had, even though both of these nibs are writing a little funny. And I think it's just because, so this one's 36.6 in grams, and the body itself is 22.3. So it's not that bad. Sailor Procure Slim is 19. It's Slim Mini. And the body is 12. That's so tiny. But yeah, I was saying, like, even though both nibs are a little funny and I might need to adjust them a little bit, I'm actually really happy with this box compared to the last box I had gotten. And I know that might seem weird because I think I also got really good pens in that last box, but it's just that I want to try something new, and I got a brand new Le Bon with a Jonathan Brooks resin, and then I got a Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini, which I only have one, so that's not a whole new experience, but to me it's like this is the second pen in my collection and not the like 15th pen in my collection. So yeah, and then Wear and Go inks are always really good. Look at that beautifulness. I'm happy. For $260, this is what I got. The listing is actually still up. It's not sold out yet, so if you are interested in getting this, you should definitely hurry over and grab one. I don't know when this video will come up. I was trying to push myself to publish it as soon as possible, but I don't know if I can do that, you guys. I'm super tired. But yeah, overall, I'm really happy with it. It's different brands than what has been seen in the other surprise boxes, and I'm very pleased. I wanted that Le Bon, the cherry blossom one, but I never got it because I was kind of just like, I don't need it. I don't need another, like I was saying, I'm a gold nib snob. I'll call myself that. I don't need another one in my collection. Yet, whenever a mystery box comes out with a gold nib, I always get sucked in. But no, I'm really happy to be able to try this one. This one, I just need to mess with the nibs, and that's okay. Like, I feel like I got a good deal because this one is $176 retail, $220 MSRP. So we're looking at, let's do the retail price, $176, because that's what you'll get if you go just on the internet to try to buy it. And let's say that other one was $200, the Sailor Bon Contra and the Mermaid Ink. So we're looking at 11.0. That'd be so freaking embarrassing if I did the math wrong. 401. We're looking at $401 for the retail price, and they had promised us, here it is. Oh, ignore the weird marker that I had done. I had drawn onto my river paper and I didn't want to throw it away, and I felt like might as well use it as scrap paper. We were promised $435 in MSRP, but I don't look at MSRP usually. I look at retail. We were promised $353 in retail, and we got $401, and I paid $260. So yeah, I think that's fantastic. Even if you didn't like this Sailor, this and this is pretty close to getting your values worth, because it's $220 MSRP plus $25, so we're at $245. So yeah, it's kind of like you paid 20 bucks to try this Sailor, and you already got your whole pen and ink right here. Even though, like, I guess everyone else would probably say, wow, I paid and got this Sailor, and then this was the bonus pen. Right now, I'm actually really happy with the Le Bon. So it really is different for each person who's gonna open their box, but that's the fun in the game of the mystery boxes. I keep doing this where I turn the camera off and then I'm back, but I just scrolled through the Atlas Stationers Discord spoilers channel, and I've come to remember a few things. Also, I was scribbling away with this Sailor and it feels not bad now. I think I got really lucky. Like, this is a beautiful ink. I really like medium nibs, and I really like this. Oh, I love the resin on this, and I really like this colorway too, and I love Sailors. So just remember when you're buying mystery boxes that you might get any version of this colorway. Some people just got the regular Le Bon ones, and then one person actually got the exact same box that I did, so that's kind of cool. But everyone has different nib preferences too, and I forgot to mention that disclaimer in my excitement, like, you will not be able to choose your nib, and I got a medium and a medium fine, and medium fine's as low as I can tolerate with Sailors. So, but that's all. I'm really happy with mine. So I hope you guys are willing to try one out, or that this video helped you decide that it's absolutely not for you. Check out the links below for anything you might want, and as always, I appreciate it so much. Please leave me a mermaid emoji in the comments if you've made it this far, because that's fun and different. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!